Today I'm back in front of the camera because I wanted to do a little Q&A. I noticed that there were very many questions in the comment section of my YouTube videos, which made me come up with the idea to do a Q&A, which is a question and answer video. So you can actually get your questions answered. So I asked you several questions, or I asked you to ask me the questions in one of my previous videos, and I'm going to do my best to actually answer as many as I can in this video. I probably won't be able to answer all of them because I saw there were quite many, but at least I'll do my best. So let me search for the questions. There we have them. I should of course open the iPad. There we go. Alright, so the first question is, if you could build a skyscraper, how would it look like and where would it be? I think that kind of, that question kind of came from the video that I built or made in SketchUp, because I built a skyscraper in SketchUp, and I think this person kind of got the inspiration for that question from that video, because I built quite a cool skyscraper, I think, because that's kind of the question or the answer on the question, what would it look like? I think if I would build a skyscraper, or I could build a skyscraper, I think I would make it look like the one I built in SketchUp. And where I would build it, in the video I said I would like to build it in Dubai because I went there and I thought the skyscrapers there looked awesome. But at the same time, there are so many skyscrapers there that your skyscraper doesn't really stand out there. And you know, having your own skyscraper in New York, I mean, would be pretty awesome as well. So I think I'd go for New York and otherwise Dubai. And Sydney would be cool as well because I really like the vibe of Sydney. And that comes, or brings me to the next question, favorite destination. I think Australia must be one of my favorite destinations just because of the vibe there. It's so relaxed, the weather is great, especially like in the north of Australia, in like Cairns and stuff. And I just love the nature you have there and the relaxed vibe of the people and the beautiful nature, just the beach and like everything you have there. And it's so well organized and the people seem to be so friendly, so I think I would go for Australia. When did you discover your talent to build? My talent in The Sims 4, well, I kind of find it strange to talk about the fact that it's a talent. I really noticed that I liked, you know, designing buildings and creating stuff when I started playing with Lego. I have tons of Lego which I played with and built like buildings. I didn't really play it, just like with The Sims, but I only built, and when I built something I just destroyed it and built something else. Actually exactly like I do with The Sims. And I also always love to draw buildings, so kind of make the architectural designs of buildings. So I think that's where the talent came from, or at least that's where I started to be interested in creating buildings and designing that kind of stuff. For how long have you been playing The Sims 4 and why did you start playing? It's kind of strange. Back when I was very young, I actually played The Sims 1 because my sister had it and I wanted to build some houses with The Sims 1. But of course with The Sims 1 you really couldn't build it much. So I didn't play it very much. Then I found out about The Sims 3 like in 2011, I think. So I got it for my birthday, I believe. And then I actually started playing with The Sims 3 and I started building, and I think like half a year later I already started doing YouTube. My buildings were terrible, but it really made me progress, and now I'm just playing The Sims 4 and that's furthermore that's special actually. Could you say hi to Brazil? Well, of course, hi Brazil. Okay, I would love to go to Brazil as well actually. I've never been to Brazil. You know, Rio de Janeiro, all that kind of stuff. I'd like to go there. These are many questions. I think I'll choose several ones. What's your favorite music? I really like music from like bands like Coldplay, Manfred Sons, Red Hot Chili Peppers, but also singer-songwriters, The Passenger, Ben Howard. But I actually also like dance music, which is kind of the opposite of the music I normally like. And then many Dutch DJs are in the EDM scene actually, so I kind of live in the country where the EDM kind of comes from, or at least it feels like I do, and I really like Martin Garrix actually. Not very many people say that they like him because they say he kind of makes the same music, but I personally think it's awesome what he does. He's like 18 years old and traveling the world, playing like amazing gigs, so I really like his music, and Oliver Heldens is really cool as well. I love his bass in his music. Do you have pets? Well, nope. What's your favorite ice cream color, and do you like pizza? Favorite ice cream? That's seriously a decision I can never make. I'm always in the shop for like 15 minutes because I can't make a decision which ice cream I want. So yeah, I don't want this video to be about 15 minutes of deciding which ice cream flavor I would like, or flavor I mean. So I think, yeah, I always like something like cookies. I always like cookies as ice cream, and of course I like pizza. Who doesn't like pizza? Where do you get your inspiration from? Well, it really depends. Sometimes I get my inspiration from buildings I see in real life, but sometimes I take some parts of buildings I see on the internet, and sometimes I just really come up with something, yeah, you know, just a very small part that I had an idea for in The Sims, and then I just build out the rest of the house. And often it just begins with a very small aspect of the house, and then from then I just continue building the rest actually. What's your favorite type of building to do? I think it's pretty clear on my channel. If you watch my videos, you definitely notice that building modern houses is what I really like to do. Yeah, I just really like the look of them and the relaxed vibe you can kind of create with it. So yeah, I think that's my favorite type of building to make. Which of the houses you've built would you want to live in? That's kind of a hard question. It's kind of the question, what's your favorite house, kind of. And often when I'm asked that, I simply don't know the answer. So recently a friend of mine actually asked me what I found my favorite house, or the favorite house I built. And I found it very hard to actually answer the question, but I think I mainly like a modern concept. It's a house with shelves to create shutters. It's the first house I actually did that idea with the shelves to create shutters, so I really like that. And I also really like the house Modern Abode, which is like a very low or not that tall building actually, but it's very modern and has a cool pool. So I think I really like that one as well. Would you like to be an architect when you grow up? Well, that's a question that's being asked very often actually, and also a question of which people actually don't ask it, but they're like, are you an architect? Well, nope, I'm way too young to actually be an architect. And maybe in the future I want to be an architect, not that sure yet. I still have to make a decision for which job I want to do. Maybe I want to be an architect, maybe not. I do really like designing houses, so I really take it into consideration actually. You once talked about the merchandise that you have of The Sims and The Sims 4 and all that kind of stuff. Could you maybe show that? Indeed, I once said that I had quite much merchandise already of The Sims, and that I would maybe make a separate video of it. Well, I haven't made that video yet, but I do have the merchandise over here, so I'm actually going to show that to you. So I have quite much actually, so I hope my camera kind of focuses. This is one of the things, I got it from EA Benelux. Actually all the items I got are from EA, or they're from like Sims fans, which I like business cards which I got at Gamescom or something like that. This is actually a calendar, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's just simply a calendar of The Sims 4. I hope my camera focuses, because this is actually the first time I'm using this camera. There we go, I think it's focuses. Then we have like this tress thing, which is pretty cool. It's shaped like a plamba, but yeah, there you go. It's sharp now. Then we have like this doctor thing, which is actually a marker. Okay, this camera, the focusing is kind of hard, or I just can't work with this. But yeah, if you see it like this, it's a marker actually. So that's pretty cool as well. It's like lime green and you really can't see it. Yeah, you just listen, it's this thing. Then here we have like a test tube which you use in chemistry with like The Sims 4 Get to Work on it, or the name of The Sims 4 Get to Work. It still doesn't focus, does it? Alright, so it doesn't really seem to focus, so I'm just holding it here. This is a test tube from The Sims 4 Get to Work, which I got at the latest EA like event here in Amsterdam. Then here I have a really cool The Sims mug, which I also got in the last event, which I was really happy to find in the goodie bag, because I've always wanted a The Sims 4 mug, but I thought, well, like, I probably can't buy one anywhere, so I found out that I just got one in a goodie bag. Next goodie is this calendar, another calendar, you know. The Sims likes calendars. The images are pretty cool. And there are like really cool artworks in it. And this one is kind of like Roy Lichtenstein. His art kind of been in The Sims with the plumb up. Okay, now I shouldn't forget which one I actually showed already. This is just a pen. Then I also have a book over here, which I got when The Sims was like, let me see, I think 14 years old. Then I got it actually, which is pretty cool as well. There's some Dutch, it's a Dutch book by the way. Then here I actually have The Sims 3, which might not be that cool, but it actually is. Because as you can see here, you have James from The Sims Supply, his sign, and you have many other signs in it as well. I hope you can actually see it. But like Krill Sims' sign is on there, Curtis Parody, Rachel Bob, Sims Goody, Simify. I believe they're all on there. Sims VIP is on there. So that's really cool to have. And yeah, you know, when I went to Gamescom, I simply went or took this one with me. And I asked them for a sign, which was, yeah, they actually liked that I took my game for the signs. So it was kind of a success. I got very many signs, so I like that. Then I also have this plumb bob, which probably you all want to have me put on. So yeah, there we go. Then I actually have another plumb bob still in its packaging. Then I have this really cool USB of The Sims 4, which is like such a wristband. You can actually put it on. And then, you know, it's also a USB, which is pretty cool. And it has like 8 GB on it, I believe. So it is pretty big. And we've also got several business cards here, which I should find. Sorry for not looking at the camera all the time, simply because I had to get all the stuff. Here's the Sim Supply, his business card. I must look at it. I don't put the numbers of the people giving them on the video. There we go. iPad Seek, Simify, and Sims VIP, which is really cool as well. Keep Calm and The Sims. So yeah, that was or were the Sims goodies that I have, the Sims merchandise kind of. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to find something that... Alright, so something went kind of wrong, which I only noticed during the editing, which I just started, and that is that the battery of my camera actually died at the end of the video, or actually near the end, not as exactly at the end, because otherwise you wouldn't be seeing this at the moment. But the problem is that it didn't record anything after that point. Happily, it did record the other stuff, so you've just watched it. So if you're watching this right now, thanks for watching the entire video. What I actually wanted to start saying there in the video was that I was kind of looking for some goodies that I could actually give away. But the point is that, you know, shipping costs all around the world can be pretty high. You know, if I have to send something to Australia or the USA, it can get pretty expensive, especially if you have to make like an entire package of it. But I am looking for something that I can actually do a giveaway of. And otherwise I might ever give away a game or something like that, but I would like to kind of do a giveaway. And then that's basically it actually. That's the end of the video. So happily I didn't actually miss too much of the files I recorded. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this Q&A. Please let me know what you think of it. Also leave some new comments or some new questions actually in the comment section of the video, because then I can actually do another Q&A soon as well if you seem to like it. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Please let me know what you thought of it, and I hope to see you back later.